I live in northwest London, South Hampstead to be precise. My name is Adam Scott Murad. I'm 36 years old. I believe in taking care of myself and following a balanced diet and a rigorous exercise routine. In the morning, if my face is a little puffy, I'll put on an eye mask while drinking my water. I only drink filtered water. After I remove the ice pack, I go for my morning movement. So my photo shoot is in 7 hours time. This is going to be the first meal. This is not a traditional breakfast by any means. And it's not too, it's quite weird. 95% fat free, 95% fat free minced beef, just dry fried in its own fats. Then we've got a bit of sour cream, a tiny bit of spice. I put a teaspoon of spice in there, as you saw. Some dried apricots and 3 apple and cinnamon rice cake. Why couldn't I say that? Apple and cinnamon rice cakes, and then a Vita coconut water. Some people will do like a sodium manipulation, then a carb load. I haven't done any of those things. I have kept it more predictable because that can go terribly wrong. People can end up super flat by depleting sodium for far too long. So I'm just keeping sodium levels up. I'm keeping my fluid up until a few hours before the shoot. And I'm going for foods that are very easy to digest. I actually personally find most foods easy to digest, but very low in fiber. This meal, even though these are higher in fiber, they're lower in fiber than something like a sweet potato. And they also contain a lot of potassium, these dried apricots. This also contains a lot of potassium, moderate protein, so around 22 grams of protein this meal has, and it has around 50. Well, I'll put the full macros on the screen so you get it. So this will be my first out of, so I'll be having 3 meals prior to the actual shoot and then something pre-shoot, but I'll talk you through that anyway. So like I said, keeping this meal pretty, I'm trying to say normal, but this is not what I would eat for breakfast normally, but keeping it very simple to digest. Obviously you don't have to have the rice cakes if you don't like them, can't digest them. Another option here would be something like you could go for the 95% fat-free minced beef with maybe some sweet potato, for example. I just wanted to go for something super simple. Also, I couldn't think of stomaching sweet potato in the morning. I don't know, maybe you could. I was gonna go for like cream of rice or like what else was I gonna go for? Yeah, I was gonna go for that, but I thought, you know what, this is simple. I have to use this beef up anyway today, so it made sense. I'm gonna enjoy this and we'll check in when I go for a walk straight after this. One of the few supplements I do take regularly is omega-3 fish oils. I use Lesion's one, Triton, and I've used this for years, even before I started working with them. And now you can get a discount using my code below. And I do get a kickback from that, but it's very small and it will save you money anyway. So I use this particular fish oil because not only is it responsibly sourced, it's like low in mercury, it's tested, it's at an effective dose, so you get per 2, well, this is going to be hard to work out the maths. I take 4 a day, 2 in the morning and 2 with lunch. You're going to get enough EPA and DHA to support your brain, to support inflammation, to support your joints, and yeah, just many benefits of fish oil. I've covered this in a previous video, so I'm not going to go over it now, but yeah, I suggest like most people, taking fish oil has been shown to improve your mood, even in some studies, enhance recovery. So it's a great supplement. It's one of the few that actually has a fair amount of research, and let's not forget about heart health as well. But yeah, I would take omega-3, and I'm gonna take 2 omega-3s now. This is with breakfast. So I haven't drank anything between breakfast and obviously that coconut water I had. Now, as you can see, I've just made a ginger tea, fresh ginger tea. This can potentially aid digestion, and I'm having around 300 milliliters of water between meal 1 and 2, and then between 2 and 3. After 3, I'm gonna sip on water because 3 will be the bigger meal right before I leave for the photo shoot. Then I'll sip on water, nothing more, just to make sure I'm not like my lips are not crusting over. But this is a fresh ginger tea, like I said, can potentially aid digestion if you can handle it. Some people can't handle the taste. I actually like the taste, so it helps even more. So yeah, just ginger, nothing else. You can put a tiny bit of honey in here if it makes it more tolerable, but I don't know. There's something about that spice of the ginger, just the ginger even. Just picked up a coffee, and this will be the only fluid I'm drinking between that small meal, and maybe I'll have a few drops of water, a bit of water. This is around 330 mils of coffee. And some people say that coffee, so there's some pigeons doing some weird, and some guy trying to hit the pigeons. What is going on? Anyway, back to what I was saying, I lost my train of thought, and yeah, this will be this is about 330 mils. Some people recommend not drinking coffee or caffeine like when you're preparing for a photo shoot or to look your best, because some people get like digestive issues with coffee. I never ever get digestive issues with coffee, touch wood. But yeah, so I'm gonna have this coffee. This will be my one and only bit of caffeine today. So I just finished a quick pump session, and now it's time for meal 2. I like to call it meals even though they're snacky things. So 2 of these smooth caramel flavor Snacker Jacks and 1 of these white chocolate almond protein bars by Barbells. This tastes really good. It's got some fat, it's got some carbs, obviously some sugars too, and it's got 20 grams of protein. So this is what I wanted to kind of be aiming for with this particular meal. So altogether it's like what? Around 30 grams of carbs, some simple, easy to digest carbs. I've eaten this protein bar plenty of times, so I know for me, it digests really well. It doesn't cause any discomfort whatsoever. So make sure you're not trying a new protein bar for that day, and make sure, say if you can't tolerate protein bars, just have a protein shake instead, but just with less liquid or something. I'd say less liquid. So I'm trying to keep liquid, not low, super low, but lower than usual. So I didn't want the extra liquid from the protein shake. And also I wanted the fat, and I also wanted the extra sugars. So this bar just makes it super simple to do that. And these taste great, low fiber. I'd love to see more just white rice cakes. This is whole grain, annoyingly. So it does have a bit of fiber, but I'd like to see more white rice cakes in general. And that pump routine you just saw is the exact pump routine I'm gonna be doing before well, that's why you see it in the gym. It's gonna be before the shoot. And that one I just showed you is the one you're gonna see later too. So I just recorded one because I couldn't get some good footage here. Couldn't really show you the exercise. It's very simple, just some push-ups, then followed by some rows with a band, some band curls and some band push downs. Very simple. Extremely simple routine, just to give me a pump, get the blood flowing and make my muscles look more full. The reason I've done it before even getting to the photo shoot is to help shuttle some of these carbs, well, more of these carbs, should I say, to my muscle cells. Now we have the final meal. Well, the final meal before the shoot. I'll have something small before the shoot, like a chocolate bar and some rice cakes. I'll show you that as well. But we have a bagel, and we have cheese, and we have smoked chicken. I got smoked chicken because A, it was a new brand and it was a good deal. And B, because I thought it had a lot more salt in it, turns out it doesn't, just a little bit more. So I've made a sandwich that looks like a child made it. So it's got the bread, a sourdough bagel. It's got some cheese, it's got chicken, it's got some hot sauce and some mustard for taste, and extra salt and a tiny bit of mayo. And I'm gonna have 3 of these caramel rice cakes after this. Not with it. This looks like a child made it, like I said, but this is gonna give me the fats, the carbs, the protein, all on screen now, and the sodium, hopefully, that I need for maximum pump and maximum fullness. After this, I'm not gonna drink much water. I'm literally gonna finish getting ready, do my hair, and leave to get to Liverpool Street. So, in case you're wondering what this is called Digest Gold by Enzymedica. I definitely butchered that, but I'm not affiliated in any way, but I have read and I have used like digestive enzymes in the past that digestive enzymes can theoretically help digestion. No brainer. Oh, why no pineapple and a papaya? Because I can't really fit it in. I don't want extra fiber. So this contains digestive enzymes, amylase, protease, it contains lactase, it contains a bunch of different enzymes that theoretically should help break down this food. I took one after, when did I take one? After breakfast. I did feel something, but I don't know if it's psychosomatic or in my head, and I don't really care. If it makes digestion even easier, this meal is going to be a bit tougher to digest in terms of timing, but it should be fine. Like I said, I don't have digestive issues as per se. I don't want any particular digestive issues. I want to be I want digestion to be as smooth as possible. So you don't have to get these. You don't have to take these. Some people I know benefit greatly out of taking digestive enzymes. Me, myself, I don't really know. I've used them in the past, but yeah. Gonna take one of these, gonna eat this, get ready and go, and I'll check in with you when I'm on the move. So, taste test for this child-made sandwich. Well, I'm gonna taste the chicken first. So, I'm running a bit behind, but like fast walking to the station. Gonna jump on the tube, obviously, because trying to get to Liverpool Street without getting like public transport is a nightmare. Yeah, so prepped, ready, and we'll update you when I get there. I finally arrived, just on time actually, but sweating a bit.
Probably halfway here. Yeah. So punch it out so you'll be halfway and you straight ahead. Oh, but that's it. Actual tight there, so exhale, squeeze.
Note to self, must remember tripod in the future, and also just went to the shops to pick up some stuff for dinner and finished the shoot. And now in typical London fashion, well, typical UK fashion, it's pouring down. So yeah, just gonna give some closing thoughts, not in the rain. So one more check-in and then
this video's done.
And that's a wrap. It was a lot more tiring than I thought it would be. I know I just saw taking photos, but yeah, the pump exercises, just the food, just like contracting your muscles for like an hour and a half straight, very, very, very tiring. So I learned a few things today. One, that was probably the better approach because I got some really, really good shots. Two, caffeine's kind of not really, I mean, you can, but it's just playing with fire in terms of it could have the opposite effect because caffeine is a vasoconstrictor rather than a vasodilator. So it actually lets in less blood in some people and in some areas of the body. So I will likely not be having caffeine next photo shoot, like anytime before, just be after the photo shoot. But I only stuck to 1 cup of coffee, so it didn't seem like it had an impact, but I don't know because I don't know what it would look like without. So say I did everything normal. But a few main things, so low fiber today, easy to digest food, like I had no problem. I went for my second bowel movement before I left, easy, no problem. And yeah, that was it. No discomfort, no bloating. Energy was quite stable. Like I was full. I wasn't depleted. I wouldn't mess around personally with sodium and whatnot. The only thing I would do is, well, I had some success with anyway, is having the high sodium meal even 2 hours before the actual shoot. So that was the bagel, the kids bagel you saw, like a child made it. That was that bagel. Had a lot of sodium in it. So protein was moderate. I only got up to about 90 grams of protein. I would say the one thing as well that to bear in mind anyway is on the day, like after so that was my third meal, I'd say 2 to 3 hours before the competition, then you're just sipping on water. So I just literally sipped on coconut water from that meal, like all the way throughout the shoot as well. So I remained like, yeah, remained not too watery, not bloated at all. Didn't need to go to the toilet constantly. It was ideal. I think the shots came out as good as they could at this point in prep. So I'm 4 weeks out my first show. So I'll likely update you on my physique and whatnot. This is a different type of video. So let me know what you think of it. Let me know what you thought of it. Let me know if you enjoyed it. I tried to get as many shots with my phone as I could because I didn't want to bring my actual main camera out. I felt like it was just too much of a hassle today. But yeah, anyway, if you enjoyed this video, comment with any questions below. Any deeper questions, feel free to send me a message on Instagram @AdamScottFit. Have the best day ever, and we'll talk soon.